Hello Smashers and welcome back to a brand new video. Now in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the key to success. It's something that I think you absolutely 100% need if you are to be successful with Amazon FBA, with business and in life in general. And it is without a doubt the one thing that I think I've shown that's made me a success with Amazon FBA. And that one thing is the ability to be persistent and not giving up when you come across hurdles or failure. Now, for those of you that have been following me since I very first started with Amazon FBA, you'll know that I have been pretty persistent and I've come across a lot of things that probably most people would have just thought, you know what, I'm not gonna bother, I'm gonna quit. So just as a recap, in case you've forgotten or if you are new to the channel, in the last year, I've been suspended from Amazon. I've been attacked by a competitor who is buying my product and leaving fake reviews. My product's been removed because Amazon said it was restricted and not permitted. My product's been removed because Amazon said it was a hazardous material. So many things. I've come across so many obstacles and hurdles, and I am somebody that is very persistent and I don't give up. And as soon as those things happened to me, I was like, you know what, I'm going to battle through this. I'm going to solve the problem. And I'm so glad that I did, because I've been very persistent in the last year and I've got myself to the position now where I'm generating like 35 to 40,000 pounds worth of revenue every single month. And I put that entirely down to the fact that I've shown tenacity and I've been very persistent in the last year. And that is why I'm convinced, guys, that persistence is the absolute essential if you want to be successful with Amazon FBA in business and in life in general. Now, for those of you that are doing your product research at the moment with Amazon FBA, this is where it is most important to show that you are persistent, that you're driven, and that you're not going to give up. Like product research, there's no doubt about it, is pretty difficult. For my first product, I think it took around 6 weeks for me to actually find something that was viable. And my second product, it took even longer. Product research takes time and it is tough. But that is where the opportunity lies, because most people, they'll do like a couple of days research or maybe even a week, and then they'll think, do you know what, it's too difficult, I'm not going to be persistent, I'm going to find something else. This is where you need to really stick with it, and genuinely, this is where persistence really pays off. Look at me, I took 6 weeks with my first product, maybe even, I think it might have even been 6 months for my second, and I'm now generating nearly £40,000 worth of revenue every single month. So that is where it really shows that persistence does pay. One of the most common reasons that people don't end up doing Amazon FBA is because they just aren't persistent enough. They learn exactly how to do product research, they learn what makes a good product, they start their product research, and then after 1 or 2 weeks, they just give up because they think there's no good products left, or they just think it's too hard, and they are not persistent. Or alternatively, they do find a product, they launch it, they fail for whatever reason, and then again, they just give up and they're not being persistent. Now, to me, this is the exact same as learning how to drive. So taking all your lessons, paying to do all your lessons, developing the exact skill set needed to actually drive a car, taking your exam and then being told you failed, and then just being like, well, do you know what? I'm not going to ever attempt to drive again. I'll just get the bus for the rest of my life. That is exactly how I think of it when I see students or people in general learning how to do Amazon FBA and then just quitting as soon as they come across the first hurdle. Now, a really good example of how persistence pays is from a guy that I've been talking to on Facebook for probably around a year now, and I've been helping him with like product research and product selection and all things like that. Now, this guy started learning about Amazon FBA about 18 months ago now, and he launched his first product a year ago. And for whatever reason, it just didn't do as well as he thought. I think it took him a couple of months to actually shift his stock. And in the end, I think he finished on a small loss. Now, most people would just have thought, you know what, I'm just going to give up. Amazon FBA is not for me. But this guy used everything that he learned from his first product, the reasons that it failed, and just things that he'd learned that he thought he could use for his next one. And since then, he's grown and he is now selling a product that is genuinely absolutely smashing it. He's like selling the product off Amazon as well as on Amazon, and he's doing really, really well. And when I spoke to him, he said the one thing that he is so glad that he did, the one thing that he thinks helped to make him a massive success this time round, is the fact that he showed persistence and he used what he learned from the first product to help him succeed with the second product. So guys, next time you feel like your motivation is low, whether it be because your product research is tougher than you thought, or you've encountered a failure or anything like that, just remember this video and remember that persistence really does pay off. In the last year, I've been like through everything with Amazon FBA, suspended, product removed, issues with product research, everything. And you can see from my last video that I'm doing pretty well now. I'm generating like £35,000 worth of revenue a month. And that is entirely down to the fact that I stayed persistent. I see it all the time with students and people in the Smashers group. They get really excited with their product research and then they just lose motivation after a couple of weeks. Please guys, stay determined and driven, and I promise you the persistence that you show will be really, really rewarded, because being honest about it, most people aren't persistent. They discover something, they get bored, or they then go on to find something new and they move on. You need to be that 1% of the entire population that stays persistent and ends up absolutely smashing Amazon FBA. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video, guys, and for those of you showing a lack of motivation, hopefully it's given you the encouragement and a bit of a kick up the backside to keep on persisting. I promise you guys, persistence is very highly rewarded when it comes to Amazon FBA. So keep on trucking on. And that's it for this week, guys. If you have enjoyed it, please remember to subscribe. And of course, I will see you next time.